KRHD's Chris Talley has more.
The structure you see behind me is 45 feet tall and is just days away from being set ablaze for the annual Aggie Bonfire. On an empty field on Old Hearn Road stands the 45-foot-tall structure that will soon host thousands of Aggies to watch the annual bonfire. Nick Zhang is the president and CEO of the Student Bonfire Organization and says the 2-month delay was purely for the safety of everyone.
If we burned the original planned date that Friday after Thanksgiving, site conditions the site was basically flooded, and we couldn't safely have people in and out of here without their cars getting ruined. So we didn't want to bear that on our conscience, and we didn't want anyone else to have that kind of risk of coming to our event.
After the 1999 tragedy that claimed the lives of 12, Bonfire has turned from a time of celebration into a time of remembrance. Zhang saying how safety continues to stay at the forefront of this yearly event 24 years later.
The safety is extremely overkill. We have steel cable that wraps top and bottom every 3 feet from the base that we build out. We wrap it around and tension it extremely tight. Everything is wired together to that center pole, so every single one of those logs has at least 3 wires on it that pull it towards the center pole.
Safety coordinator Jacob Lynn says preparation isn't something that comes so easy.
It takes quite a bit of prep work. We're constantly prepping to make sure everything's ready. We're always thinking ahead. We were also, of course, looking at the weather and time, so we were kind of just running through all the steps. We have a big checklist. It's very extensive. We got to make sure everything's running properly. All the logistics are ready.
From wood to supplies, Zhang says the Aggie Bonfire relies heavily on donations to make this happen.
Everything is strictly donations. We probably make, I'd say, $20,000 that's not donated, and that's all through burn night. And everything else we do jobs to raise donations. All of upper leadership and the students are working constantly to try to get donations so that we can fund this.
The original date was slated for November 25th, leading up to the Aggie win against LSU. Lynn says a win is a win, and there's no timestamp on this tradition.
Bonfire was kind of a way for me to get into the Aggie spirit. It's how I got into all the different other traditions, going to Midnight Yell, Silver Tabs. Makes me really value the core values of being an Aggie. And through that, I've met some of the closest friends my entire life, and probably for the rest of my life.
The Aggie Bonfire returns this Saturday. Gates open at noon, and all the information you need is over on studentbonfire.com. Guys, take it away.
Hey! Woo!
Reporting in Bryan, Chris Talley, KRHD News.